Good evening, everybody. It's cold, and of course, winters are going here. But right now, we are about to heat things up. Of course, welcome to the eISL powered by Coca Cola. Before we get the show started, a huge shout out to our sponsors, starting off with our associate sponsors Hero, our esports partners, Nordwind Gaming, our platform partners, PlayStation, for making this event happen. But before we get this day started, again, gotta welcome Azeem, and it's so chilly out there. I'm literally fumbling over here. But again, Azim, welcome to the show, and really good matchup ahead of us. So, how excited are you?
Always excited about the eISL, obviously one of the highlights of my day every time we do it. But
Yeah.
before we get into talking about the game, let's quickly take all our viewers through the tournament format. We are, of course, just about halfway through the league stage, which will culminate on the 13th of March. 110 matches, 3 games per match, 2 1v1s, and 1 co op. The top 4 teams will make it through to the finals, which will be played between the 19th and the 21st. And the winning team, the 2 team members, will then become enemies briefly to fight it out to represent India in the FIFA Global Series 2022.
Yes, that is what we were talking about, right? The golden ticket to represent the country, and a lot on the line. And you're talking about a lot on the line. We also have to discuss the money that's on the line. 78 lakh INR is what we are talking about. The first position receiving 15 lakh out of it, and of course the MVP getting 4 lakhs in a separate division altogether. So that's going to be exciting because, likewise, as if the battle for being the best, battle for being the MVP has heated up so much. We've got so many contenders, and quite a few are going to be playing today as well.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have maybe contenders for the overall MVP award in this match, but let's take a quick look at the leaderboard and you'll understand just why. We are, of course, about to watch Hyderabad FC, who are sitting second from bottom, going up against Mumbai City FC, who have very realistic ambitions for that top 4. They found a little bit of form recently. Of course, they had a little bit of a break, and Tikka, of course, thankfully is now back with us and showing form. And Tikka, for me, has been one of those clutch players. He's the guy who's pulled out results against all odds. We've seen him have some big results against Lokmanya, some very unexpected results in big matches, and going down a couple of goals, managing to fight back. So he's really been that pressure player. And of course, we know all about Ashwin. He's the caster's favorite, the interview room favorite for us. He always has something fun to say. And let's quickly go over to the matchups. We see, let's have a look at who's going first. It is, I believe, Adizima going up against Ashwin, and then DK versus Tikka. So for Mumbai City FC, I think they are persisting with the regular theme of Ashwin taking game 1 and Tikka then going into game 2. And Adizima, I think, also wanting to take... interesting though that Adizima going first, considering DK has been the guy who struggled a little bit for Hyderabad FC. So maybe you would want to get that first win if possible and put less pressure onto your teammate who's not been in the best of form. But DK did manage to get his first win last time out against ATKMB. But this is going to be a different proposition.
Oh, this is definitely is going to be, because you're talking about Hyderabad FC. It's not going to be an easy task against Mumbai City FC. They made a comeback recently. Now, taking a look at the statistics that we have over here, 9 matches played and 50 goals have been scored by Mumbai City FC. They've been phenomenal, right? Especially Tikka, after his comeback, the new version that we are seeing out of him. He's been so clinical. He's been so aggressive, so physical towards the very end. On the final third, we have seen him, just dribbling around and scoring a goal. And there's not been anybody who's been able to stop him, but today anything is possible over here. But again, Hyderabad FC, last time we did see them going up against ATK Mohun Bagan. They did manage to snatch a victory out of that one, so of course they've got their morals a little boosted up. But against Mumbai City FC, Azim, it's going to be very, very difficult, especially when you have these 2 men going up against you.
Yeah, for Hyderabad FC, I think they'll be looking to follow the trend. It's been an interesting trend that we've seen that teams at the top of the table have been losing form, and teams at the bottom of the table have suddenly been finding form. We see ATKMB, who got their first win just a few days ago, and Hyderabad FC also got their first win. If we look at the head-to-heads, Adizima, of course, prides himself on being a very defensively sound player. Ashwin as well, defensively very, very good. For both these players, the goal scoring has been more of the problem. Ashwin just about managing a
The
little bit
weather,
over one goal per
absolutely
game, so he's
perfect
been
playing
one of those
conditions.
1-0
My name is
merchants,
Derek Ray,
so to
and
speak,
ready with his
and we
tactics
are
board to
off.
provide
It
all
is
the
Mumbai City
analysis.
FC
It's Stuart
in
Robson,
the
and with
black
that down
away
to match
jersey
with the
attacking
potential.
the men in yellow and black of Hyderabad FC with the little almost B shape B style design of black and yellow. And there's also a popular song by that name. But anyway, let's get away from pop culture and get straight into the game.
Oh yeah, and of course, as we were talking about, Ashwin has been aggressive right from the very start. He's been building up the passes, good control over the midfield. He's been looking really sound, and what he's gonna want is a quick early goal, and we know that this player can do that. And suddenly, Adizima's defenses have opened up, and there you go, the shot being taken, but has been thwarted out for a corner.
Yeah, and the set piece will be coming in. This is very uncharacteristic, you have to say, just the start of this game. Ashwin has done two things that we have not seen him do throughout this tournament. He's taken a shot with the weak foot and he's put a cross in. So clearly having to evolve to the demands of the meta, which keeps changing every other week. And yeah, good to see him abandoning his principles a little bit to play a game which I feel would be more effective for him. Taking those shots on, we've seen players like Ankit Gupta, who will also be in action later today. Taking those low percentage shots can be well defended by Ashwin, and Mumbai City FC can come away with it.
Oh yeah, and Mumbai City FC, they've been looking so sound today, and especially Ashwin starting off like that has been yearning to sort of create chances, has already created one and is looking for another, and he's being so composed around how he wants to move. And Adi Zima hasn't really been pressuring him a lot, right? He's been letting him do what he wants, and they've been getting away with it. But Adi Zima, this could be a really deadly one, a long cross being given over here. He's trying to go past through the defenders, has certainly done that, will try and take the
Hmm.
shot, but there you go, the long reach of Van der Sar saving it away, but off it goes for a corner. The set piece has been taken already, and now we've got to see if Adizima can make anything out of this attack.
Yeah, it was actually very, very well worked shot there from Adizima. I'm amazed that the goalkeeper managed to pull off that save because it looked like he had done absolutely everything right from the quick turns and getting the shot away, that snapshot from the corner. Obviously, the cross that he was looking for didn't work out, so deciding to recycle positions. So smart play over here from Adizima. Both players looking very sharp, very solid at the start of the game, and now we see Adizima taking his time, but as I mentioned, the sharpness, suddenly the ball is given away. But still, with Hyderabad FC, they can keep passing that around, keep building around. Adizima, very patient player at most times. He's got the regular meta, both players preferring to go with Zidane over Patrick Vieira. Interesting choice over there. Vieira, of course, does help you with his heading ability, and that's a good bit of pressure from Ashwin. And he has the ball on the left available to him, decides not to go for it. Now with Eusebio, finds Zidane, has the opportunity to play in Messi on that right flank, decides to go against it. So both players being very patient.
Oh yeah, they certainly are looking very patient, and it's all right, it's just getting themselves warmed up. It's still those early minutes of the first half, so it's completely fine. But just before the first half, maybe I would want to see the dreadlocks being broken over here. This could be a good chance as Ronaldo is trying to search for an opening over here, instead opts for passing it a little bit towards the back, towards Gullet, and try to make some plays happen out, but that did not. As the gullet from Ashwin's side, of course, he intercepted the ball, and now we're looking at a potential counter attack. And you've got Eusebio trying to pressure in and pushing forward, but again, quite unconventional sort of play coming in from Ashwin, like you rightfully pointed out today. We've got to see if that works, but again, I have to accept and admit with you, you have to constantly evolve with how the meta wants things from you, but this is a good chance as he goes for an offside.
Yeah, unfortunately for Adizima, just slightly offside over there with Lionel Messi. But yeah, very cagey midfield battle for the moment. We started off with both teams having big chances, and we thought
Yeah.
that okay, maybe that's going to be the flow of the game. But it has settled down into a little bit of a slower rhythm. I think both players reverting more to type now. They are more possession-based players. They do like to obviously sit and keep that ball, but it has been won. Surely a huge chance over here for Adizima.
Oh,
Decides to go for the pass rather than the shot. So obviously, that is down to Ashwin bringing his keeper out and narrowing the angle. And now Ashwin is on that counter attack. He's got Pele charging down that left flank. He has bodies in the box. Will he go for a cross? No, goes for a low driven pass instead and gets the corner.
oh yeah, a corner again, and it's going so much back and forth over here, Azim. And right now, the corner will be taken. We've got to see if it's going to be a short one. Yes, it is indeed, and it's going to be looking for Messi. Maybe a few little open spaces and could go directly for that finesse shot, but rather opts for a cross deflection of the defender. And now, Adi Zima, he's on a counter attack of his own. The right wing pushing through, and Messi fighting for the ball against Marquinhos, not really coming out through.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take something really, really severely special for Messi to outmuscle Marquinhos in this game. But I mean, stranger things have happened. We do see
Yeah.
now Ashwin, with the first half ticking down, has the opportunity to maybe get that last attack for himself. And if he can grab a goal at halftime, obviously going to do a world of good for his confidence. But nope, Adizima again, very, very defensively solid. Both players defensively looking very, very good. Few early shakes, I would say, from their defenses just at the start of the game. But now Adizima gets inside. Will he go for a crossover here? No, goes with Pele. Looks for the cutback, finds the goal.
Oh,
It is Zinedine Zidane with the goal. Adizima getting the breakthrough on the stroke of halftime for Hyderabad FC. And the captain, Zizou, gets the goal.
oh yes, and he's gonna be so happy with it. Exactly the kind of result that Hyderabad FC wanted over here. Especially Adi Zima has been creating so many chances, but this one came out so clean. You know, the simple cutback and a goal being scored, and there you go. The halftime whistle has been blown, but Ashwin, he is definitely unfazed by this goal. Right, he knows that he can make a comeback any single moment inside the second half, and we know that. He's really deadly. He's really lethal in the second half. But again, you know, DK is a little bit nervous, right? He's giving some words of wisdom, of course, to Adizima. Bro, we do not. I mean, we've conceded a goal, and let's make sure that we do not. I mean, we've scored a goal, and let's make sure that we do not concede any. So that I think has to be the call because Hyderabad FC. Let's be honest, Azim, they've tried to implement a few changes, especially in the starting order, right? We do see DK coming up, being the usual one to open things up, and that sort of a strategy did not work out. So Adizima wanted to lift off the pressure on DK. So it's going to be a difficult bout again. You know, DK going up against Tikka, especially Tikka and his thunderous form that's going on. So it's going to be difficult to decide who walks out. But again, for Hyderabad FC, a really good start that they'd been hoping for finally delivered.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way things are shaping up, it does look like we could be going to a co-op decider the way things are looking because Adizima looking very solid in defense. Of course, even if Ashwin fails to get that win, he does know that he has a Tikka that he can rely on for DK as well. It'll give him a little bit of a cushion to know that his teammate has done that job in the first game. But of course, we're only halfway through as Adizima immediately getting straight forward. Will he look for a similar cutback run again? Gets into the box with Pele. This is a huge opening. Gets the ball to Eusebio. Turns, shoots, saved by Van der Sar, and it's a corner.
Oh yeah, again, signs of lethal attack coming in from Adizima, and he's talked a lot about his defense. But what we are seeing is some offensive brilliance from this lad, and giving it to Messi, passing it on towards Eusebio. He had some room and space, but instead takes a little bit of time to take that shot, which in turn goes towards the opponent's favor, right? So again, now this is where Ashwin would be trying to build up his own attack, and after those few early minutes, Azim, Ashwin has sort of gone silent, right? He's gone a little bit defensive, playing on the back foot. Not really the kind of FIFA. That we would want to see, or the fans would want to see. We would definitely love to see an equalizer coming out of him, and that was
Woo.
some good control coming in from Messi. Eusebio, he does have a potential chance fighting with three defenders out there. Zidane trying to pass it on towards Ronaldo, but the attack has finally been foiled and a counter attack initiated just to get
Oh.
potted off, or maybe not.
Yeah, defenders getting in each other's way over there. Thankfully for Ashwin, he would have been raging if that had ended up being a goal. And he's also quite surprised, as am I, that that's a Hyderabad FC's role. Looked quite clearly. like it was a throw for Mumbai City. But Adizima won't complain. He just has to get on with it. But Ashwin, now he has to change tag. I think the problem for him is that Adizima has been very, very good and aggressive with pressing in midfield. He hasn't given Ashwin much time and space to build. And I think that has been one of Ashwin's weaknesses, where he doesn't really go for a long ball kind of game. We see Messi over there turning in the box, but Adizima not quite able to get that shot away. But for Ashwin, I think we have seen him, yes, taking those weak foot shots. We have seen him putting a few crosses in. I think at some point, with the way Adizima is pressing, we're going to need to see a couple of long balls from him. He gets forward now using his fullbacks, obviously getting more bodies in attack. But you can see over there the incessant pressure on the ball, not allowing Ashwin to really get his head up and look for a pass. He does see a pass now with Messi. You know he wants it on that left foot. And then he finds it with Ronaldo, now turning on the right foot,
Wow.
top corner, never in doubt, and gets the finish.
Oh, that's his persona, right? And again, Mumbai City FC, they are back with this goal being scored, and it was so calmly scored, right? He did not get impatient even for a single second, waited for the right opportunity, made that turn, went in for the shot when he found that opening, and now I think, DK's deepest nightmares have come in true. Certainly, by his expression out there, he's not happy with what just happened, and Ashwin, here he is, just sipping some water. He knows, he always knew, right, that he's going to come back at certain point. And look at the sheer quality, the sheer class of this goal. Now, scoring it against a player like Adizima would have never been easy. But, well, Ashwin doesn't like easier things. All right. So, I mean, of course, we've got to keep this momentum rolling over here as right over here, Adizima. He's gonna start off again, and now we are gonna be certainly looking for a potential winner. Right, maybe
Yeah.
someone scoring that second goal, Azim. And as things are, right, we were just talking about, how Ashwin does not like easier things. Now, what do you feel? How is this match gonna come out towards the very end?
Yeah, I mean, now it is again, Adizima doesn't like to be in that situation where he is chasing the game. And that is obviously the situation he finds himself in, because he knows that he needs to get that win to just put that little bit of a cushion for his teammate. Of course, DK did manage to get a win recently, so his confidence will be going up slowly but surely. But again, Adizima there pressing that ball high, winning it very well, gets the ball now to the flank with Cafu and Messi. But will it stay in? No, it is a throw in for the men in black and yellow. But the Islanders, for the moment, looking like they do have another goal in them. For Hyderabad FC, it's all about keeping it tight, keeping it solid, and trying to snatch one at the other end. And they're trying to do just that. But one back by Ashwin. Again, high press from Adizima, making sure he gets that ball in. Now with Mbappe, let's see what he can do. He's going to look for that cutback again. Almost finds it. Falls to Marquinhos, and possession is turned over. Back again. Ashwin can counter attack.
Oh yeah, and now of course Swin is starting to look a little bit deadly, a little bit dangerous with Zidane and Adi Simat. It scored with his Zidane, but this time, of course, Ronaldo being the one from Mumbai City FC being the one to be scoring. But now, as the game has been progressing, we've already hit that late game marker. Now this is the point where we're gonna start looking for our winner, because it's still even Stevens. Both these players. Neither of them wanting to back off and putting their hearts and bodies on the line. But somewhere down the line, Azim, we need to, or rather, these players need to find some sort of an opening and score. And that was a little bit of a riskier pass, but has been well dealt with. As Adi Zima, he looks to be creating an attack of some sorts, maybe through the center. He wants more of his players, moving up ahead. And I think a certain offside was
Yeah.
given.
Yeah, it was an offside. Adizima, I think, hurrying a little bit too much. So you do see that the urgency is there from Adizima. He knows that this is a must-win game for him to try and. I think they would want to try and get the job done in 2 games itself. Adizima taking a bit of help from DK as well. Maybe some kind of a tactical switch being made. But yeah, for now it's Ashwin looking the more likely. You would have to say Adizima looking just slightly rattled. He knows that he can remain solid in defense, but whether he can get that goal, that is the big question for him.
And to make things even worse from over here, Hyderabad FC, they made a gamble over here by switching the playing order, right? And Adi Sima's only job was to lift off the pressure. Now if he sort of ends up having a draw, then that's not the kind of an end result that he would have hoped for. But this things might could change, as Ronaldo, he was looking for a pass maybe on towards Messi, gave it away towards Eusebio. Now Messi, having good control, goes in for a left side finesse shot, does not connect. However, will be out for a goal kick. And you've got to give ups to the effort though. But right now, just giving effort would not do the job for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would have to say Adizima over there pulled a bit of an Ashwin. He had the shot clearly open for him on the right foot of Messi, which is not a weak foot by any stretch of the imagination. Decided to cut in and go for that finesse finish into the far corner, but of course, with the defenders covering, was never going to be threatening the keeper. An interesting substitution by Adizima. He has got Frankie De Jong on in place of Zinedine Zidane. It would be interesting to know why that's happened. Now Mbappe in the box. Ashwin going for it, still just again trying to waltz through, had the opportunity to take the shot, but it wasn't the clear sort of 100% shot that Ashwin likes to take, and not quite working out for him. Wins it high up the pitch. This could be the last attack for Ashwin over here. If he can play this right, he could steal the win in the dying minutes of the game. With Ruud Gullit now desperately being pressed by Adezima, the offside traps being triggered over and over again. With Ronaldo, now Ronaldo again. Is he onside? It's passed to Pele. Or is that Eusebio? Is it a goal? It is a goal.
Yes.
Ashwin has stolen it in the final minute.
Wow. And certainly has earned himself the title of the Clutch Maester, as Mumbai City FC. They will definitely be bagging the win over here. And Hyderabad FC fans, they are absolutely shocked. They cannot just believe what happened. And there you go. The final whistle has been blown. And Azim, what an outing from this young lad. The moment he conceded that first goal, he knew that he's gonna make a comeback. But in this fashion, and earning the winner in the final minutes, wow! Only something the likes of Ashwin can pull off over here, and he's done it again for his team.
Yeah, Mumbai City FC slowly earning that tag of the last minute kings. We've seen Ashwin do it, we've seen Tikka do it, stealing that in the last minute, and Adizima will be distraught. I think he would have taken a draw if you had handed it to him at the start of the game. So that 2-1, that now who is so defensively sound, it's going to hurt him. And now the pressure turns to DK. What can he do? Because Tikka will be looking to wrap this game up by game 2.
Oh yes, Tikka is such an amazing player, but the sheer quality of that goal from Ashwin towards the very end, especially maintaining his nerves, just they were tingling over there, because he knew if he misses that, they might be looking at missing out on that important, crucial 3 points. Because again, a draw is something that Ashwin would not settle at. But few highlights of the goals that had been scored, of course, Adi Zima being the one to open things up, but right after in the second half did concede to. And again, Ashwin was really patient with the build up. He did not panic at all in the final third, and managed to score everything that came his way, and especially the sheer quality, right? Back and forth passes between the players, and still did not panic towards the end. After putting the final nail in the coffin, he was still pretty chill about things, as they've managed to win this crucial game, which has completely foiled the plan of Hyderabad FC. Try and win the first game, have some pressure, have some pressure relieved of you, and then either get a win or maybe settle with a draw and then head towards co-op. But now they have no options, right? They somehow have to win the game number 2 over here, which is going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, and I think for all the players watching over there, the last concession of the goal is one of the, I think, an illustration of when the offside trap goes wrong, because all the defenders stepped up except the one that Adizima was controlling, and that was the man who played the CR7 onside for Mumbai City FC. If we look at the stats, Hyderabad FC did look like they were the likelier team to score an XG of 3 to Ashwin's 2.4 for Mumbai City FC. So very close game. But unfortunately for Hyderabad FC, not quite able to get that result out. As I said, they would have been happy to take a 1 point, or rather just take the draw and move on to the next game and see what they can do. But now it's all down to DK. He has, of course, now taken that pressure game two for himself. He goes up against Tikka, who's in very, very good form. And yeah, it's going to be a really, really close one.
Oh yeah, no doubt at that. But again, I really like Tikka's chances in this game, especially his heroics against a formidable opponent like Lok Manu when they went up against the Kerala Blasters. With the way he played, the sheer class of Karman Tikka, has to be praised all along. But DK, he's been under the weather a little bit. Did manage to pull off an amazing comeback against Bindratej after conceding that one goal. But today it's going to be way difficult, right? You've got Tikka against you, a player who's really physical, who likes to make those individual plays towards the end, and he loves those skill moves in the final third, right? So he's got to be really careful of that one. But taking a look at the statistics over here, of course, Mumbai City FC, in terms of possession, both the teams were pretty much leveled up, but just a little bit. The scales tipping to Mumbai City's favor. But in terms of passes and the other things over there, especially the tackles, that's where Mumbai City FC did have that little bit of a slight edge. But in terms of the shots taken, the chances being made up, I think Adi Zima applied a lot of pressure in the first half, but slowly but surely started dwindling down a little bit towards the second half. That's when Ashwin took control of the game. But now DK, a lot on his shoulders. Can he heavy lift his team right now? That's the big question.
Yeah, and he just needs to put out the form of the tournament, all the bad luck he's had to one side, and we saw his luck turning in the last game as well. Hopefully, he hasn't run out of his luck, and he can remain in sort of the same frame of mind that he has been for that last game.
Anju, no, I think we're going to be diving straight inside the game. Both these players, they're just having a chatter amongst them, and Tikka pretty much seems really happy with the way things are progressing. But of course, before we get the game started, let's take a look at what the boys from Mumbai City FC have to tell about the eISL.
Hi guys, my name is Karman, I'm 18 and I'm from Delhi and I'm representing Mumbai City FC.
Hey guys, this is Ashwin from Chennai. I'm 24 and I represent Mumbai City FC. So when I qualified, I was so happy and proud to represent Mumbai City FC in this tournament. So when I saw what are the format and other things was, it's a league format and it's a 4-month long league which is going to take place.
Same thing happened with me as Ashwin. A friend of mine from Pune called me saying that it is your tournament, showcase all your skills. It's a great stage to show everything you have. Now I'm here for 4 months and I'm here to win or learn, not to lose.
In the first week of eISL, we just played one game and we lost it. It was a shaky start for us, but everything is a learning curve. We are learning from our mistakes. It's a 4-month long tournament and I'm sure we'll learn from it and we are going to rock the stage.
In FIFA, everyone is used to play 1v1, but I'm used to play 2v2 too because of my cousins and friends. And Ashwin, my teammate, is also used to play 2v2, and I have a lot of confidence, Ashwin, that we're going to link up really good in the co-op and destroy all the teams that comes in ahead of us.
In the first week of eISL, in our individual performances, there was nothing special. But the most relieving part which came for us was a co-op game. So if you see the highlights also, the second goal which we scored was like so good. We gelled up so nicely, and I never knew that Karman was so good, and we had like a chemistry that's actually going on during the game also. So I'm very much looking forward to it, and I'm sure we'll have a great tournament.
Out of 11 teams, Chennai FC is the favourites to win the league. But me and my partner will try to whitewash every opponent and try to win the league for Mumbai City FC.
We all know that Chennai FC are the favourites to win the tournament. I would consider ourselves to be the dark horses of the tournament because I consider ourselves to be a surprise package and would upset any team on a given day. I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me throughout this journey, and for you, the fans, you guys make it special. We are sure we'll make you proud. Amchi Mumbai, Amchi City.
Well, they like to call themselves the dark horses of this tournament, and pretty much why not quite living up to the tag. All right, Hyderabad FC just could not see Ashwin coming in those final few moments, right? Especially that goal being scored. But I think they've moved past this, right? Finally, a few smiles being displayed from their side. But DK, I do not know, man. Is he well today? Because he's looking unhappy.
I mean,
Something is
obviously
wrong.
there's a little bit of a pressure on him as well. He's I think just getting into the zone to get in. Obviously, clearly looks like he's been practicing quite a lot with his skill level increasing throughout the tournament. Tikka also started as a Division Two listed player and now is in the 1900s. So for DK, I mean, it's quite clear the problem has been the scoring of goals. Tikka was absolutely phenomenal. In his last game, we saw him score 5 goals last time out, getting the hero of the match as well. So,
Yeah.
player who is really focused, really on form, going up against a guy who has not had the best tournament so far. But as we've seen in the last couple of weeks, the form goes out of the window. It's just all about getting the result on the day, and DK needs to get that for his team right now.
Yes, he desperately has to. But like discussed earlier, right? It's going to be so hard against a player like Tikka, right? Who can even bring out draws against an opponent like Lok Manu. But again, DK, he's the one that is really ready, and I think this sort of had planned this out, right? Because if you're changing your playing order, ideally he should have gone against Ashwin, but Tikka is what he's going up against, and he might have a few tricks up his sleeve. We still do not know what. And like you said, he's been climbing up the ranks in terms of how he's been playing and everything. Maybe something new from his side today. Just in a little while, and yeah, they've got to push it all the way along towards the co-op. Now that is where even Azim, I'm starting to feel a little bit concerned about Hyderabad FC because Mumbai City FC. Let's be honest, they are so good in terms of their co-op game. We did see how they took the players of Kerala Blasters FC for a ride.
Yeah, and we did see them mention in their interview as well that both of them have sort of grown up playing co-op with their cousins and friends, and obviously that helps. A lot of players are very single-mindedly focused on 1v1, and co-op is a very completely different game. And if you've been playing it for a long time, obviously you have a huge advantage in terms of strategy, of planning the game, of coordination with your teammates. So work to do for Hyderabad FC on both counts, but first it's for DK to try and get that win. And with the confidence he's got, of course, it was ATK MD, the bottom team that they managed to win against. But I think he can give Tikka a run for his money if he just stays focused.
Oh yeah, I mean we've seen miracles happening, and today we need nothing less than a miracle if Hyderabad FC need to tie the scores up one each against Mumbai City FC, who are looking to seal it in the second match and have a very good chill time around the co-op game. It's going to be a difficult one, but not impossible, of course. But then again, you can never disregard DK, right? He has put off a few surprises, especially that one matchup against Vidratej, where he had conceded a goal early on, and then in the final 10 minutes, he managed to score two. So, yeah, miracles are definitely possible. But here we are, finally, the match is kicked off. Of course, Hyderabad FC spotting that yellow jersey from left to right, and Mumbai City FC with that black from right to left as DK. He's trying to apply some pressure on the left wing, but decided to involve the defenders also as they're starting to slowly but surely build up their attack.
Yeah, and some interesting team selections from DK going with Patrick Vieira in the heart of that defense, along with Lothar Matthäus in midfield. Going with CR7 up top, I think at the cost of, well, we'll have a look at who it is. But I think he may have dropped one of Eusebio or Mbappe. Yeah, it's no Eusebio for DK. And similarly for Tikka as well, he's been a guy who's used Lothar Matthäus in midfield for quite a while, going straight away. Very instinctive player. You don't want to give him time and space on the ball in and around that box because he can just quickly in and out, hello, goodbye, and just get a shot away before you know it. So good press, you would have to say, there from DK. Obviously, he would have access to one of the best defensive minds in the eISL with Adizima, who would, of course, have been helping him out and getting in quite well. He's got the shot with Ronaldo, goes for the bridge, goes around the keeper.
Wow.
Brilliant composure from DK, gets that early goal, exactly what Hyderabad FC needed.
And finally is going to be spotting a smile over there. What a relief from this lad, opening things up with a fantastic goal. The sheer composure out of him over there. Wow, and Hyderabad FC, they are 1-0 up. And now a little bit of pressure building up on Karman Tekka as he looks to be storming through that left hand side with Cruyff. And the ball has been given back to him after he lost it. And now he's again going to try and look for creating something out of this one. Yes, giving a good pass on towards Ronaldo towards Pele, and the ball has been intercepted. One again stolen back, and this could be a good chance. Just
Ooh.
racing in, but Pele seems to be injured.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be fine in like 5 minutes. As we know, the game works. You could have a,
A
bone
little bit of a
broken in
bruise,
half,
yeah.
but yeah, it's almost like first-person shooter games where you heal over time. But for DK, great start for him. It'll do his confidence a world of good to know that the form that he picked up in the last game against ATKMB is still intact. Very, very composed in that moment over there to just do the ball roll, get the keeper down, and smash it in to an empty net. Now with Cruyff getting forward, this is where Tikka is so dangerous. Goes for
Oh,
goal straight away. Probably the best option there because the cutoff had been blocked off by DK. Now, Mbappe with the cross well blocked off. DK has got wise to these set piece tactics. Looking for Ronaldo in that box right now, but yeah, not quite able to find an opening just yet. But we know Tikka will try and try and try again. Now with Mbappe, might think about a long range shot as well if he gets the opportunity. He's got Ronaldo there. Now with Cruyff, who is just slightly offside.
oh yeah, and this is a signature ticker, right? Head in with one player, perform a skill move, and then score. Again, one of those plans or tactics that I'm pretty sure DK must have done some research on how to counter it away altogether. So again, Tikka would have to be a little bit more crafty, a little bit more gruesome if he needs to ensure that he's going to get that equalizer pretty soon, because the way TK has been playing now, he's got that little bit of an avenue to go on that defensive front as well. So let's see. Now, of course, with Ruud Gullit, it'd be looking to pass it on towards maybe Ronaldo, or Cruyff goes in for both as well. Pele, he has
Oh,
to take that shot, but no, the defense read it out absolutely perfectly, and there comes the intervention.
yeah, I think you would have to say this is a new DK we're seeing since the start of the year. As we've seen for a lot of players, we've seen a new Afnan, we've seen a new Imad, we're seeing a new DK. Right now, we're seeing a new ATK MB. So, turn of the year has changed quite a lot in the eISL. And for Hyderabad FC, again, this is an opportunity for them to sort of kickstart their season with 2 wins on the bounce, can get them just about back in that conversation for that top 4 spot. It will take a mammoth effort from them to go on a crazy winning run and get that. But at the moment, Tikka playing this around really nicely, gets the opening, but just offside again.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. And had that not been an offside, I was starting to count my chances that this could possibly be a goal. But that isn't the case whatsoever right now. As Hyderabad FC, 34 minutes have gone past by, and they're still in the lead. And now, I mean, the hopes lie on DK's shoulders, and he's done a pretty good job from the very start getting that goal. But needs to get one more just to ensure that he's on the safer side. But Karman Tikka, he is looking forward on to that equalizer, especially but just before the first half, as that's a good pass on towards Mbappe, but he's got to make something out of it. Out for a corner at least,
Ooh.
but given away.
Yeah, very cheap giveaway, but given straight back and given away again. So I think a little bit of either lapse of concentration or just nerves from both players. But you're absolutely right. DK needs to get that second goal. I mean, given Tikka's record of comebacks in the second half, he might need 2 goals because we've seen Tikka come back from 2 goals down I think a couple of times so far this season. So just because, I mean, you could be at 75 minutes sitting 2-0 up against Tikka and you cannot feel safe. But for the moment, it's not quite happening for Tikka today. needs to, I think, just get a breather at halftime, have a chat with his teammate, and of course, very important for him to make sure that he does not concede another goal before halftime. That's exactly what DK will want to do. Get that goal, go into the half 2-0 up, and then really force Tikka's hand in terms of making him go on all-out attack, which can then give DK more options to counter him and have clear opportunities on goal. Had a good pass available there for Root Gullit, but it is cleared out. It is half time, and DK will be happy with that first half's work.
Oh, he definitely will be more than just happy. But again, work needs to be done for Mumbai City FC. And well, to be honest, Azib, I'm not really getting worried about them because this was the exact sort of a situation that Mumbai City FC were in that previous encounter as well. And then they managed to score 2 goals. So again, there's as believers, you've got to expect that comeback. But Adiz, am I so impressed by the way DK scored that goal, especially maintaining his composure, the calm in those final third, and making sure that he managed to get back inside of it. Now he's got his game face completely on, completely focused onto its screen, just waiting, and that's to steal a smile. There, just a little wish one, just making sure that yes, we're friends, still friends outside the game as well. Gotta maintain that sportsmanship, but we know, inside him that it's a storm brewing, and he's just wanting to explode. But because let's be honest, 21 hasn't really been the year, and 22, DK, we have been looking at him making some drastic good improvements.
Yeah, and well, for the moment, let's see what improvements he can make. As we see Tikka, let's see, no real substitutions or any tactical change made just yet. I think at 1-0, not quite really required. We do see Vieira getting forward, has the opportunity to play in Pele there, but not quite able to find him. And DK, I've been quite impressed with how composed he's been on the ball, particularly in these tight midfield areas. Tikka has pressed him hard, just like that he did over there. But DK, for the most part, has managed quite well. He himself has been doing a pretty high press, so he's managing to stop Tikka really getting that ball. And really, the key is to get the ball, or rather, not get Tikka having the ball in those small pockets of space at the edge of the box or just outside the box. That's where he can be so deadly, and that's a bit of a strange one. So things not quite going Tikka's way today, and DK profiting, but he will need that second goal. Very questionable goal kick, you would have to say, but yeah, I mean, fortune favors the brave, and he gets the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, a second goal would sort of be like an insurance for Hyderabad FC over here, and that could make things completely out in the open once
Oh,
again. But the ball has been stolen. We've got to see if Tikka can make anything out of this one. He's been trying, he's been putting in so much effort, but towards the very end, hasn't really been clinical the way we know Tikka off and again. Those skill moves in display, but the ball has been stolen back and forth, and Hyderabad FC, this could be a potential very good counter attack from them, but well read over here by Maldini as he manages to intercept it away, and back with Mumbai City FC building up their own attack.
yeah, for Tikka, he just really needs one of these moves to stick. He's tried quite hard, but either the pass hasn't quite worked out or DK has completely slammed the door shut in his face. There you go. Again, it's a case of the former, pass not quite working for him. And now DK, well, gives the ball away again. So it's a full war of attrition happening in that midfield. And this is the chance for Tikka. Takes the shot, gets a time finish, but saved, plucked out of that far corner by Van der Sar. And changes look like they're afoot, maybe for both teams.
Oh yeah, and this is where Tikka knows that he's starting to apply a little bit of pressure, right? That is where I think somewhere down the line, Hyderabad FC have to make sure DK has to ensure that he's got his defense completely intact because. These kind of steals, because you were not really anticipating that he would be passing it back onto it Pele over there, but again, that is the kind of craftiness that Tikka needs to develop in his attack if he needs to score one against Hyderabad FC right now, who are apparently sort of a little bit on that back foot even after having that lead.
Yeah, and I think in that moment, Ashwin over there also telling Tikka that what, he should have gone near post over there. Again, DK reading these set pieces superbly. It's 3-on-2 on the counter attack. DK could finish things off over here if he finds that ball through to Messi. He does slightly overhit, forced a bit wider than he would want to be. Now has the opportunity, finds Eusebio, goes back, needs to keep this momentum going and close this out if he wants the chance for Hyderabad FC to get all 3 points. Going for the chip pass, but well read by Tikka. And now we're getting towards the business end. It's now like basketball. You attack, we attack. It is Ronaldo with that right flank attack. Not quite happening for him as well. So both players, I mean, they're getting in good positions, but again, I think a combination of just nerves and maybe not quite being at full sharpness for both of these boys today. And they're not really being able to capitalize for Tikka. This is the moment of the match, 70 minutes onwards, where he starts to come into his element. The clutch master, as we've started to know him, gets the ball into the box, fires it in. Now the opportunity with
Oh.
Ronaldo, or had the opportunity with a left foot shot, decided against it, and now DK can counter again.
Oh yes, and the match is again getting back to the leveling playing grounds, but still in terms of scores, Hyderabad FC are the ones who have scored one extra than Mumbai City FC, who are yet to open up their accounts. Now that is a little bit alarming for them because with the time reducing as the game goes on, things are looking a little bleak for them. They need to somehow find some sort of an opening, and that could have been one. But again, Tikka being a little bit patient with the
Oh,
build-up,
yes.
this certainly could go in, and yes, it does. As Tikka finally in the 76th minute manages to score, and Mumbai City FC, they are now leveled.
Oh yeah, I mean in football you might say 90 plus time is Fergie time, but 70 plus minutes on the clock is Tikka time. Worked that superbly, and finally I said he just needed one of those to stick to get that shooting opportunity, and he's got it. And if things stay as they are, that guarantees Mumbai City FC at least 1 point from this game. And now DK has to change his focus entirely. He is going to go all out attack. There's no point sitting back if you, I mean, you'd rather lose it 3-1, but give yourself the opportunity, or rather, lose that 2-1, but give yourself the opportunity of winning 2-1 yourself. So interesting to see what approach he takes, and that you can see Ashwin over there very pleased with his teammate, and work to do something to think about for DK.
Oh yes, a lot now. Completely the atmosphere around the Hyderabad FC fans and the players has completely changed. It's starting to look a little bit gloomy because right from the inception of the second half, we could clearly see Mumbai City FC, they were pressing a lot, they were creating a lot of chances, and DK had been playing on the back foot. And again, this could be a potential chance for Karman Tikka. That's a cross being given, but well read by the defender just to be stolen away from Gullet. But finally, into safe legs over here as Hyderabad FC, they would be looking for a comeback, for a winner probably, but that doesn't happen, at least in that attack, as it has been stopped.
Yeah, and oh, that's a smashing ball in behind. Could have gone for the chip over there, but DK very smartly getting his keeper out to smother that ball away. Excellent innovation over there from Tikka to find that ball through. The run from Pele was pretty much perfect. Almost another counter attack here for DK, but yeah, it's end to end now. Both players really, really want to win this game. We see Ronaldo now making that run into the box for Tikka. It's 85 minutes on the clock. Could we be seeing a repeat of that second game where Mumbai City FC steal it in the dying minutes? Might just be. It's Mbappe over here going for that cutback. I think he'll win a corner from there. Yes, he does.
Oh yes, he does, and this is going to be so important for them. A short corner has been taken, of course. Mbappe trying to build up some pressure. That could have been a really good one had the pass connected, but wasn't clearly the case. With just 3 minutes left, one more attack is possible, and DK has got to make everything out of it. Score that winner, maybe try and push things to the co-op, because again, Mumbai here can easily settle with a draw. That is something, a result that they could happily accept, as Gullit goes
Oh!
in those final moments, and he scores. Hyderabad FC, an absolute shocker from their side, and DK is beaming with pride and glory.
Oh yes, it's DK time. Forget what I said about Fergie time. It's DK time. Brilliant move over there. But I'm quite interested because I think that Tikka made a manual keeper movement. If you pay attention to the goalkeeper as this ball goes in, he does nothing. He tries to cover up the far post, and the keeper just allows it to just roll through at the near post, and you can see what it means to DK. Huge moment, and now he needs to hold on. It's not over yet. Tikka will still get another attack in stoppage time. So this is superbly poised, and as it stands, we could be going straight into a co-op shootout. But don't discount Tikka just yet. We've seen his teammate do it. He will get that one attack. He's already there with Ronaldo. DK now needs to keep the emotions in check, hold on for dear life, and I think he's just about done it. No, Ronaldo holds on to the ball still. Now as Ruud Gullit has the opportunity to search for a pass, still it is with him, and DK gets a huge win for Hyderabad FC.
Well, Hyderabad FC did get a lot than they bargained for tonight, as they have been pushing this game for the third decider one. An absolute stunner, I must say. DK did pull off against an opponent like Tikka towards that very, very final moment. I really feel that that's where, Tikka got a little bit complacent. That he was so much focused on trying to score a goal that the defense was sort of left open. And that is exactly that chink in the armor that DK was searching. And once he got it, he did manage to score with Gullit, of course. And there you go, the scoreline 2-1. And finally, DK coming in here, doing the job that he was there for, and lifting the pressure off Hyderabad. But still, the task is more than over, right? They have to win the co-op game. And Mumbai City FC, they're absolutely stunned and rattled by what just came their way now.
Yeah, and you have to admire also the heart that DK has shown. Could have been very easy for him to say, you know what, I'm up against a player who's been one of the best players, particularly in the late game in the tournament. I could just settle for a draw, and we'll take 1 point as Hyderabad FC, and on we go. But no, it was DK showing that drive and that determination to get that win. As we see the goal from Tikka over here, exceptionally well worked. And at this moment, you thought he'll be happy with that draw, and but then we see 89 minutes getting players forward again, showing the composure over there, finding Gullit and taking the shot, and just amazing that the keeper didn't offer a save over there. I think without the manual save selected, the goalkeeper would probably have saved that.
I think so, because like you said, like you rightfully pointed out, even I felt the goalkeeper clearly did nothing. And had it been in a default form, maybe we'll get to know that once we get talking with the players, especially Tikka, with what really went wrong. But regardless of that, Azim, Hyderabad FC managing to pull out the win over here. And especially in the second half, they were looking to be a little bit gloomy, especially playing, a little bit defensive, or not a lot of chances were being created. Instead, Mumbai City FC were the ones attacking. But DK in that final moment did pull off a stunner of a goal and managed to seal things there for Hyderabad FC. But again, the last matchup, at least for this fixture, is going to come up on our screens now. But after a little bit of an interview of the players from Hyderabad FCA, let's head in and see what they have to say about the eISL.
Hello, I'm Aditya. I'm 23. I'm from Bhopal and I'm representing Hyderabad FC.
Hi, I'm Darvesh. I'm 22 years old and I'll be representing Hyderabad FC.
मैंने फीफा खेलना छोड़ दिया था. 4 महीने में फीफा बिल्कुल टच नहीं करा था. फिर जैसे ही इतने बड़े टूर्नामेंट की न्यूज़ आई, eISL, जो पहली बार हो रहा है इंडिया में, विद अ बिग प्राइस पूल लाइक 78 लाख, मुझे लगा यार इसमें तो कम्पीट करना पड़ेगा. आई स्टार्टेड प्रैक्टिसिंग एंड लकीली मैं टॉप 22 प्लेयर्स में आ गया. अब यहाँ आ गया हूँ एंड आई गॉट अ प्लेयर लाइक धरवेश एंड आई होप कि मैं टूर्नामेंट में एटलीस्ट टॉप 4 में आ सकूँ.
And a LAN event after 2 years for FIFA. So I was very excited naturally. तो मेरे को लगा ट्राई करते हैं, and after that I ended up in the top 22 players in the country. So I'm here playing eISL representing Hyderabad FC.
2v2 is a new concept in FIFA competitive this season. But मैं लास्ट 10 साल से खेल रहा हूँ अपने भाई के साथ. एंड थोड़ा इस एक्सपीरियंस की वजह से मुझको मालूम है द गेम विच आर नॉट गोइंग इन आर फेवर, मेरे और धरवेश के प्ले स्टाइल की वजह से, बिकॉज इट्स टोटली डिफरेंट. मुझको मालूम है थोड़ी बहुत प्रैक्टिस की वजह से हम इम्प्रूव कर लेंगे.
So in 2v2, me and Adi have not had the results we wanted till now, even though we've put out some decent performances. But I believe that is because we've been trying a certain playstyle which we're going to switch up, and I know we're going to make it work.
The game against Chennai, I feel like we were very unlucky. I was really hoping कि DK will get a result out of it. And हाँ, एक draw लेके आ गया. And then the game against Saransh. Saransh के against मैं बहुत unlucky था. But Saransh, of course, है इंडिया का one of the best players है. But co-op में आप believe नहीं करेंगे. हम 3-0 हारते हैं. And we somehow managed to choke it. But कोई नहीं, हर बार कुछ सीखने मिलता है. अच्छा हुआ इतना जल्दी फर्स्ट गेम में ऐसा हो गया. अब आई नो कि नेक्स्ट गेम में कभी ऐसा नहीं होगा. 3-0 की लीड तो कभी चोक नहीं करने वाले.
I think the favorite two teams of the tournament currently are, for me personally, FC Goa. They've been very consistent with their co-op performances. Even when they're not doing very good with solo, they eventually clutch it up in co-op. And the other team is SC East Bengal. They've only played 2 games, but they've absolutely smashed all of their results. And I think these two will be the favorites to win.
Dark Horses, I feel like वो हम हैं. बहुत बड़ी लीग है और अभी सिर्फ 5 मैचेस हुए हैं और मुझको मालूम है कि हम इवेंचुअली क्लच अप कर ही लेंगे टॉप 4 में आने के लिए. वी हैव प्लेड ओनली 5 गेम्स एंड कंपेयर टू अदर टीम्स. कुछ टीमों ने ज़्यादा भी खेला हुआ है एंड आई फील लाइक हमने सारी अच्छी टीमों से खेल लिया है. नॉट अच्छी बट प्रॉब्ली टॉप 2 के अगेंस्ट तो खेल ही लिया है. तो एंड द कोऑप हैड बीन द प्रॉब्लम विद अस एंड आई एम प्रीटी श्योर हम लोग उस पर काम करेंगे एंड जो भी रिजल्ट उसकी वजह से ही आएगी इवेंचुअली. सब लोग कोऑप में ही क्लच कर रहे हैं तो आई फील लाइक हमें भी करना ही पड़ेगा.
I totally agree with Adi. It's just been 5 games and it's a very long league, 15 more matches to go. And I believe if we take one game at a time, we'll clutch it up.
To all the fans who have been supporting us, and especially Hyderabad fans, thank you for supporting us and please keep supporting us and I really hope you'll clutch it up.
I really am starting to doubt if they've been shared the same scripts as he, because everyone sort of is starting to consider themselves as a dark horse. Now that is not how things work, but I'm pretty sure having that little bit of a dark horse title sort of constantly pushes you. Like you claim that you're not the best, but you're looking to be the best. You're playing in those safe waters, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's just the players sort of being modest. We'll probably see, even SC East Bengal will probably come out with their 7 points clear and still say that they're the dark horses. But I guess that's how it is. I mean, you don't want to be that person who's proclaiming and saying, you know what, we are the favorites and we're going to win. And then you lose 3 matches back to back after that. So, never a nice feeling. It's one of those corporate concepts that a lot of us use as creators. It's, what was it? It's under-commit and over-deliver. That's the one.
Oh. All right. I mean, but we always would want to have a player like that. Be a little bit more charismatic, be really upfront. Ankit Gupta, I think, has been a probable candidate, but he's been also pretty modest. He just says that he plays FIFA for fun. But imagine, a player coming out and putting the money where his mouth is. So that is the kind of a player that we would want. Someone being really vocal. I'm here to win. I think maybe Shubham could be one of those players, still being unbeatable. But again, he's considered himself as one of those team players. It's a team game, not an individual game. Had it been individual, would have been gone and played tennis. Otherwise, I just read that somewhere. Sergio Ramos saying something like that. But again, getting back to the things in hand over here. Of course, 2 games have happened, 2 individual games. The first one, Mumbai City FC managing to clutch it out in those final moments, and the similar storyline did occur in the second game as well, where DK did see things through and got things up back to a level platform. But this is where we get a decider. The co-op battle, the drama has completely been lifting up over here as the game has finally started yet again. And Mumbai City FC, we know of their heroics in the co-op games, but can they do it, or is it going to be Hyderabad FC pulling out a shocker?
You would have to say the favorites are definitely Mumbai City FC in this moment, because generally they have looked pretty good in co-op. Hyderabad FC have struggled on occasion. We've seen them choke a couple of good positions. But of course, they would have been working on it. Mumbai City FC, generally, Tikka is the guy who really gets into those tight spaces and is able to pull something out, just as we see over here. Eusebio getting the shot away, gets a second and a third bite of the cherry, and an immediate goal for Mumbai City FC. And Hyderabad have work to do immediately.
Oh yeah, they're angry. They need instant redemption, and what better way to score in the first few minutes? And there you go. Mumbai City FC. The fans are absolutely elated, thunderous. We can see in the virtual stadium completely erupting with joy. But again, you've got to agree that these are the few initial minutes, right? Just 6 minutes gone past by. Hyderabad FC can pull off a comeback anytime soon. But considering what has been going all along, I mean, let's imagine that Hyderabad FC, if they win it out, I think DK has to be the MVP tonight.
Yeah, DK, of course. I mean, even Ashwin, you could say, came back from a goal down and managed to grab that win. I think both matches were sort of mirror images of each other in that sense, where the players just clutching it in the last 90th minute, 91st minute. And for Mumbai City FC, the ideal start, they need to, of course, see it out. Right now, Pele just unwilling to throw the ball at all. I think a bit early for time wasting, you'd have to say. But no, they are back underway. Poor giveaway, you would have to say over there. And now Hyderabad FC will be looking, getting those long balls in behind the defense. Messi not quite able to get there. A nice little flick over the head from Marquinhos and Mumbai City FC. They'll be looking to close this out as soon as possible if they can. If they can get a 2 goal, 3 goal lead and at by half time and finish the job, they would absolutely love that. And they are playing with that kind of intent. Again, Eusebio getting into the box, desperate defending over there for Hyderabad FC. Might be a bit of a giveaway, getting a bit fortunate over there. The ball bouncing the way of Kylian Mbappe and Hyderabad FC haven't really offered much in terms of an attacking threat right now because Mumbai City are pressing them very, very high, not giving them much room to work with, cutting out those passing lanes very effectively. Now,
Yeah.
the opportunity using Mbappe on that left flank. Can they get a body into the box? They do, but the cross nowhere near good enough.
Yeah, and again, all right, I felt threatened a little bit. I thought, that was a low-driven cross, or maybe anything else could have gone into Hyderabad FC's feet, and they could have made something out of that one. But looking at Mumbai City FC, they have been explosive in the first half so far, creating a plethora of chances over here. This could be one more as Ronaldo. He's going to be looking for that pass, maybe on towards. Mbappe, but that doesn't happen as Hyderabad FC. They're the ones now with the counter attack from Zidane towards Zidane of the opposition, and the ball has been stolen from Gullit, passed it on towards Eusebio, but Marquinhos reading the ball perfectly well comes in out for the defense, and Hyderabad FC are back on with their attack.
Yeah, both teams. I think the aim of the game for both teams is very simple. Do not allow the opposition any space to build up their play, and you can see they're having to move that ball around very, very quickly, which of course is leading to a few mistakes here and there. There you go. No time on the ball given at all. Theo Hernandez jumping in, and there again, similarly, no time given to Mumbai City FC. So now this is a huge moment for Hyderabad. Takes the shot,
Oh,
clawed out of the top corner by Van der Sar. Bit of an improbable shot over there. They go for the quick corner routine with Ronaldo. Now, will he go for a finesse shot? No, it's a chipped ball in. Will fall back to Ronaldo for him to try and create something. Maldini, not the player you want at the edge of the box. Thought about the pass to Zidane, thought better of it, and could have maybe squeezed that ball through to the forward, but doesn't quite happen. And now Mumbai City FC can counter attack. This could be a quick counter using that pace, that crazy pace of Kylian Mbappe. Will he go for a cross into the box? It does look like the red cursor is Tikka based on those little quick movements that he makes. Now it's about, can they get that shot away? Not quite.
not quite. And now, with the way things are going on, 33 minutes have been passed by. Mumbai City FC, after that 6 minute opener, they have been building up quite a few chances, but nothing have really turned into a goal. And Hyderabad FC, I think it was just that one promising chance that they went in for. But again, Theo Hernandez will be there to intercept
Oh.
it. Gullit has, however, stolen it away, still looking for that pass, maybe towards Messi, but might settle with Pele, but instead goes for a cutback and it's out for a corner.
Yeah, it is the corner. Let's see if they go for the regular routine. They have got Ruud Gullit selected over there, so definitely that's the player that they're looking for. Or is it a dummy to try and go for a short corner? It is a short corner, and you would have to say not the best corner in the world, but falls to them. Now to Gullit in the box, has to take the shot. The time finish goes all wrong. That could have been the moment over there, but just mechanically getting it all wrong. And I think you can see Adi Zima was the one who will take blame for that. Very, very disappointed to not get that shot on target.
Oh yes, that was such a good opportunity for them, especially. But them having to mess it up kind of breaks their heart, right? Because had that gone in, they would have been leveled up once again. And it was so crucial. There were, I think, a few chances he could have even done that with Gullit on that left foot had he even gone for it. Because you just need to have that little bit of confidence. But this could have been a good chance, a good counter from Mumbai City FC. But again, has been well read, well dealt with by Hyderabad FC as they are looking to get back on their attack. Of course, a pass given to its Pele, given it back to its Gullet. And again, he's going to look for Pele. He's certainly found him. Some back and forth, good coordination being shown by these two players just up until the moment it had been dealt by the boys from Mumbai City FC.
Well, Hyderabad FC over there will take heart from the fact that they are at least creating a few opportunities. Now looks for the ball to Ronaldo, hits him on the heel. Nice Rabona fake to get control of it, but time not given by the referee to complete that move. It is Mumbai City 1, Hyderabad FC nil going into half time. And I mean, we have seen in both the games so far, it's been 1-0 at half time, and then it's been 2-1 in the 90th minute. So maybe this game follows a similar pattern.
Oh yeah, it definitely will because the way things have been going on, 1-0 scoreline again, and that's the kind of a storyline that we would love to see, right? As you get a equalizer coming in the second half in those early phases, and towards the end, you would want to see the winner. That's how an ideal FIFA game goes through, right? So we've got to see who's the one player who manages to do that. But for now, again, Mumbai City FC, they're holding on to that one goal lead, but they've got to do better. They've got to get the second, they've got to get the third. One good thing, however, from Hyderabad FC side that we've noticed is they're not no more the ones, always trying to defend, right? Now, Azim, they're also creating chances, and if they keep on pressing like this, there would be one of those occasions when the ball would get into the back of the net and they might score.
Yeah, I mean, there are two approaches, two schools of defending really. One is just sort of sitting back and being passive and just taking whatever the opposition throws at you. And one is defending from the front, pressing as much as you can. And we've seen that from Hyderabad more than usual today. And of course, we've seen it from Mumbai City FC as well. Looked like a good switch of play for Hyderabad over there, but reading it very quickly, the Mumbai City FC boys, and now there is the opportunity for Mbappe. No real need to like speed up these moves for Mumbai City FC. They can take their time and build and go for that a more certain opportunity to shoot. You see now Eusebio with Ronaldo getting into the box. This is an opportunity to shoot, not taken by Mumbai City FC. And will they live to regret that as Hyderabad FC now looking to counter attack? They've got Pele up there. Not much support. It is arriving now in the form of Messi and Ronaldo 9 in the box. Falls to Messi. Will he go for a finesse shot over here? He does, but gets it completely and woefully wrong.
Oh yeah, that was a long shot, we must say. But again, still gonna have to give ups for trying over there. A little bit overwhelmed, but now again, Mumbai City FC, they have to sort of get the momentum back, which was sort of rolling in their favor. And now suddenly Hyderabad FC seems to be on the front foot. They've been creating a lot of chances. Pele passing it on towards Ronaldo, maybe a little bit early on. Uh, but this is what I was talking about. I really felt that he would maybe beat a defender and then go for a pass, but that was not the case. As Mbappe this time passing it on towards Ronaldo across, a beautiful one, but Kafu is the one from Hyderabad FC to connect that header. And now on a counter attack, we find the boys in yellow.
Yeah, and Hyderabad, they need to play instinctively here. Well, maybe a little too quick over there. Was probably the right idea, but again, very, very well read. Mumbai City FC doing a good job defensively, you would have to say. Hyderabad FC have created chances, but Mumbai have always managed to find a way to just smother that attack, always find a player in the right place at the right time. And with Vieira in the center of defense, they do have, of course, the height and the ability to build from the back. Now we see CR7 on the flank. There is a ball available to Eusebio, but well defended again, Hyderabad FC. And now, as we tick towards the 70th minute, it's going to get a bit more desperate from Hyderabad FC. We will see at some point, I'm sure, a pause, personnel changes, tactical changes, and they need to make sure they're still in the game before that happens, because Mumbai City FC looking like they have a goal in them again. Hyderabad generally defensively good, but again the high press using Theo Hernandez. Will he go for a cross to the back post? Nobody really to hit. Finds Ronaldo. Will look to fire that ball into Pele or Eusebio into that box. He goes for Mbappe this time, and being patient, being precise. Now it's Eusebio taking their time building this move. Will they go for the kill immediately? Still managing to keep it. This is good stuff from Mumbai City FC. But again, very well positioned. But falls to Ronaldo. Has the opportunity, takes a shot.
Woo!
It's wide.
Oh, I really thought that finesse shot would go in, but did not feel like one over there. Directly aimed in for the top left corner, but Mumbai City FC could not just see things through. But they did not even get to blink their eyes, and now they've got to defend against Hyderabad FC, who are absolutely trying to race in. Ronaldo will have to get past one defender, but Vieira is determined. He does not want to let that ball go. But Theo Hernandez goes in for the steal, and Ronaldo back at it again. And Pele, he was in a little bit of an offside position, manages to reposition himself, get into the greener side. And now we've got to see if Hyderabad FC can convert this. We've been looking for their equalizer. They have been really pressing, they have been creating a lot of chances. But can this be the one, Azim?
Yeah, this is the first time they're really patiently building, and now that patience could bear fruit. Zidane, I can't. Oh my goodness, he should have shot again. Looking for that perfect opportunity, which really is not going to come for them at this moment. And now Mumbai City FC getting the ball in behind with Eusebio. Will they go for the shot straight away? Cutting inside with Ronaldo. The Marseille roulette blocked on the line and
What?
shot wide by Ronaldo again. It is a goal kick, and now it's getting desperate for both teams, because Mumbai City FC want that goal to close it out. They don't want to sit back and defend, and Hyderabad FC are going to be throwing the kitchen sink at them.
Yes, they're throwing the whole kitchen at them. They're putting their bodies on the line. They know, and they almost had their, hearts out of their mouth in that moment, right? When Eusebio sort of went in for that run, they almost felt it coming. But I really felt that maybe they would be controlling their keeper manually, apply some pressure, and then that is where we could have, witnessed a chip shot. But that was not the case, and both the teams, playing those mind games, and certainly,
Oh,
certainly a lot has been working out, and I do not understand the intention of that throw,
oh,
but a little bit of an error coming in here, and yeah, again the momentum completely breaks down from around here. Now we know
yeah.
what's gonna happen next. We're gonna, of course, have a re-hosting of a new matchup where we play the remainder of the minutes. But again, Hyderabad FC, they do know that. After getting their players back on full stamina and everything, they have to sort of score one goal.
Yeah, and you can see a little bit, and this is what I meant at the start of the season. Everyone was being nice and polite and cheerful, and now when the games really start to matter, you can see few arguments breaking out across the tables. Maybe accusations कि क्या यार तूने LAN cable on purpose pull out कर दिया. You knew we were going to score, something like that. But yeah, we are going to have the game obviously re-hosted. We will be playing only 10 minutes, which I think there was 82 minutes on the
Yeah.
clock. So probably just about 8 minutes plus whatever added time, or rather 8 minutes plus until the ball goes out of play. So still time for Hyderabad FC. They can go for a complete constant pressure move. But they had the momentum. They were building up slowly, slowly. And we do see that I think it was Mumbai City FC who had the ball. So they will get the ball first and try to see it out.
Yeah, of course. Mumbai City FC, they had been creating a few chances even towards the very end, which just when we thought that Hyderabad FC might potentially score one, Mumbai City FC getting back and trying to apply that little bit of an extra pressure. But one thing for sure, Azim, that even I have noticed that on certain occasions the players are sort of overthinking. That is
Yeah.
the point where players maybe like Ankit Gupta could have directly gone in for the shot, and I'm pretty sure it would have gone on the back of the net. But again, overthinking, they understand the pressure of this match, the cruciality of getting these 3 points. But for all the viewers out there, if this matchup ends in a draw, then both of them share points, right?
Yeah.
Especially after they've worked so hard. And you've got to feel bad for DK personally, because winning that game against Tikka took a lot out of him, and settling for a draw, Zim, that's not where he wants to sit down at.
Oh, absolutely. DK will want to back that clutch win up with at least a point, although a point I would say doesn't do much for both teams over here. Both of them really would have come into this game looking for all three. For Hyderabad FC, it would propel them closer towards Odisha FC, who have
Yeah,
managed to get on a good run of form. And for Mumbai City FC, this win which they currently have right now could potentially get them into the mix for that top four spot.
yeah,
So again, huge. I mean, very different aims and ambitions for the teams at this point, as there's a cheers across the table. And yes, we do have the official confirmation that it will be 8 minutes of in-game time plus whatever time elapses until the ball goes out of play.
yeah,
So yeah, that's what it's going to be. Unfortunately, some minor server issues leading to the disconnect. But yeah, as the players just now get their tactics and their team sheets in order, we're waiting for this the crescendo, the finale of this epic battle. It's been really, it's been a war between these two teams. Just not a lot of goals scored, but two injury time winners. And could we see an injury time equalizer now coming from Hyderabad FC?
yes. That is what I think we are looking forward to, and the fans also as well. This is the golden time where you should be sort of discussing those end game strats, maybe a few pocket strats, maybe a few sort of a routine that you've been practicing for a while, that maybe could be a little mysterious and could absolutely baffle your opponent. But Ashwin, I love this about this play. Every single time, you take a gander, he is smiling, right? Always
Yeah.
a positive attitude. This is a kind of a mentality that you need to have in your team, or regardless of whether you're winning or losing, keeping that smile on, have that good vibe sort of a thing. And every single time I take a look at these two lads, sort of feels like Asterix and Obelix out there. Takes you back to those days. But yeah, we've got to see if Mumbai City FC can see things through, if they manage to hold on for the next 8 minutes.
Yeah, and as we know, yes, Ashwin always smiling. I think if he grows his hair out just a bit more, we could start calling him the Ronaldinho of the eISL. A player, of course, who's always smiling all the time, no matter what happened. And yeah, I think we are just about ready to start waiting for the games to load up. And yes, it is right now, of course, the momentum, the tension will have broken a little bit and could be a little bit difficult. I'm not quite sure who this favors, though. The break and play, the break and momentum. Does it favor Hyderabad FC, where it sort of puts Mumbai City off their guard? Does it favor Mumbai City FC because the momentum and the head of steam that Hyderabad FC are building up is sort of all gone now? What do you think?
Right now, I particularly think that Mumbai City FC, I think they're going to be settling at what they have gotten. They would be playing a little bit more defensive right now, because Hyderabad FC, I'm pretty sure, Azim, that they're going to be going in for ultra attack right from the
Yeah.
get-go, right? They know they've just got 8 minutes and they've got to pace it up. So this is where, if Mumbai City FC can defend that attack and maybe on a counter go in for another score, then that would be the ideal case. But otherwise, on the safer side of things, I think this is where they would be wanting to hold it out, because clearly Mumbai City FC, they've been the better team for the evening in terms of co-op, at least the way they've been passing, they've been creating chances, the shots that they've taken. Hyderabad FC, they've been keeping up with them, but it has been a constant chase. Right, they haven't been in the driver's seat, and that is where that sort of is a little bit concerning for me to be supporting Hyderabad FC, or saying that they might potentially win, because what they can get out of this matchup at the absolute best, in an ideal situation over here, would be a draw.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think they can get 2 goals in the 8 minutes that remains. But I mean, stranger things have happened in the eISL. And yeah, just cannot wait for this to go. The tension, I am feeling the tension right now because for Hyderabad FC, it's such a huge match. Of course, they would love to get all 3 points for Mumbai City FC as well, considering a lot of their rivals for the top four are playing later on in the day. We do see Kerala Blasters will be going up. We're going to see Chennai and FC as well having their game. So it's crucial for them to get their 3 points. And hopefully, we will be able to get going very shortly. But yeah, in the meanwhile, while we have time to talk about a few more frivolous things, for those of you who've been following the broadcast of the 80 kmb matches, so we did promise them a cake for the first time that they won their game, and they did at the first opportunity go and beat FC Goa.
Yeah.
And we did manage to get the cake to them, and I did see it was good fun. All the players got together, and they, instead of happy birthday, they sang happy first win to them, and it was fun. There's a video of it somewhere. Maybe we'll ask production to just put that video on during the 80 kmb match as well. But it's good to see the camaraderie that all these guys have. They all sort of hang out together in the hotels. We've heard about them, of course, playing cricket. I got to see a small glimpse of the setups that these boys have in their hotels. It's like they've turned a hotel room completely into a gaming den. There is just monitors and RGB lights everywhere. So yeah, living the dream, you would have to say.
Yeah, imagine a five-star being converted into your playing grounds, right? I have absolutely seen that. They've got that little bit of a terrace around which they're playing their cricket. They've got a beautiful pool, and you sometimes really envious. कि काश मैं भी खेल रहा होता. Because imagine spending 4 months in a five-star. You're gonna feel yourself, man. You're living the life. You're living the dream. This is what the future beholds, right? For every aspirant out there in esports or looking to get inside of it. And while we would want the match to get started right now, but all good things for that, we've got to wait just a little bit. So we're gonna go off for a short little break, because after the break we do have the final few minutes getting into play. Of course, we're back, and 10 more minutes remain, right? Precisely 8 minutes of play. Just adding those stoppage time out there. As things are, Mumbai City FC, they still have that slight one goal lead. But Hyderabad FC, can they overcome? Can they get an equalizer? That's the big question, because then is where we're going to start dreaming about a winner coming out from their side. So, Adizima making sure that मैं हूं तो क्या tension है, that sort of an
Yeah.
expression, and let's see what happens.
All right, 8 minutes to go. They put the ball out to give possession back to Mumbai City FC, and now you know it's going to be constant pressure to the end. Mumbai City FC trying to waste a little bit of time, and of course, it would both sets of players will be feeling a little bit. Oh,
Oh,
oh my goodness! After all of that, here we go again. What is going on?
after
What is
all that
going on?
drama, yeah. I mean, this is where we have to start looking for prospects. Where Hyderabad FC is like, okay, guys, we're finally done. We're done. We don't want those extra few minutes. You can go ahead. But considering the fact that a lot is on the line, Azim, over here, a win means a lot for both these teams. And this is where Ashwin is like, hey guys, I think you should highly consider giving us the win over here right now, because we're not giving the ball away. Because honestly, they
Yeah,
had the possession again. As the game
yeah.
resumes, they will still have the possession of the ball. And well, that is how things are going about. Hyderabad FC, I do not know when the match is gonna resume, but when it does, they need to steal the possession and start scoring goals.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think at this point I'm starting to have conspiracy theories that maybe there is somebody from Mumbai City FC who has been paid money to repeatedly keep pulling that LAN cable out of one of the consoles. That's the only explanation, or it could be down to some kind of server maintenance or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is. I'm sure it's quite frustrating for particularly the Hyderabad FC boys. They just want to get going and get onto the ball and try to score a goal. And also, apologies to our viewers. Of course, we've had a lot of glitches today. Sometimes this does happen in the world of esports where everything is trying to be managed sort of remotely, part of a bio bubble, and the studios and the players and everything involved, plus the added variable of the game and the servers. Uh, yeah, I mean, we're of course hoping to get our live on ground events happening as well with the fans there in person. Those are the events we live for as gamers, right?
Oh yeah, we definitely do. But again, we've got to wait it out, Seem over here, for the service to be getting back up. Because let's be honest, these are the sort of technical issues that we really can't avoid. That's something out of our control. Now, we would obviously want to make sure that the matches get done in due course of time. But again, like we said, these sort of issues are something that we cannot really have a grasp on. But yes, we're still hoping for the. All we can do is hope, right? We're just hoping over here right now that the servers do come back
Oh,
online. And
back.
yes, finally, and that was a quick one. But again, Mumbai City FC, they still have the possession with 8 minutes ready to go. They are yet on their another attack. They're looking to maybe build something from the wings, but decided to switch it around the center.
And now, of course, that constant pressure paying off. Hyderabad FC have the ball moving forward. There is Mbappe making the run, but well defended. Theo Hernandez in the right place at the right time. Just about 4 or 5 minutes left for Mumbai City FC to see out. The ball is won high up the pitch by Marquinhos. Very, very crucial battles for possession over here as just 4 minutes left on that clock. You would think Mumbai City FC at this moment, of course, if you've just joined with all the technical difficulties, you should know that at this point, Mumbai City FC are leading 1-0, and it does look like they're going to be able to see it out. I think the Hyderabad FC boys are just ready to go back to their hotels and just get warm, get showered. It is, of course, very cool, very cold, very chilly. 8 minutes on the clock. We will see that ball kicked out as soon as possible. Hyderabad FC not even really bothering to press anymore. Or will we see it kicked out? No, I think Mumbai City FC trying to go for goal. Well, not going for goal anymore. I think they will kick the ball out now. Or are they going to be a bit greedy?
Oh, I think they want to score one more. But yeah, the job has been done. I'm pretty sure this sort of beckons the final whistle. And all right, they were just about to.
Yeah, I mean, they've been in those chairs for longer than they thought they would be. So I can't
Yeah.
blame them.
A little tired, just resting their bombs a bit there for a while. But now they've seen this through, and they have emerged as the victor. Of course, they would be taking home these crucial 3 points out there, and finally smiles coming up. And yeah, I mean they had to hog on the ball on that right wing for quite some time, and well, that was just that one goal we saw at pretty much at the start of the game, and even Ashwin for a moment could not really believe what hit them, but he did not know that time that that goal would be the one helping them to clinch those very crucial 3 points.
Yeah, and well, Hyderabad FC, they tried. They couldn't really get any meaningful, attempts on goal away. I think maybe just one sort of clear shot which opened up for Root Gullet, which was the time finish was completely wrong. And yeah, that was Adizima who got that wrong. And yeah, apart from that, not really much happening in the game. It was a very, very cagey affair, war of attrition, you would have to say. And this was another decent moment, shot going wide, but at the end of it, Mumbai City FC will be happy to just get that win, get those 3 points on the board, get themselves up now to 18 points, which is of course a huge margin for them. So yeah, and properly now in the mix for that for those top 4 spots. But you would have to say for Hyderabad FC, the momentum again slowed down for them.
Yeah, this is something Hyderabad FC did not really want to happen, at least not in this manner, right? Especially after that second game where DK managed to pull off that clutch win against Tikka. You would be sort of expecting, or rather anticipating, that the co-op game they should be carrying forward the momentum, and well, to be honest, they did, right? They put their hearts out. They played some nice FIFA, but again, it was Mumbai City FC and that first goal, that very early goal in that 6 minutes of playtime that they scored, that turned in to be that deciding goal over there. But again, for Hyderabad FC, you've got to feel a little sad, but that is how it is, right? Mumbai City FC, they're going to be happy about things the way they are right now. But that being said, we're finally done now with this fixture. Of course, Mumbai City FC finding themselves now in the top 4. But now we've got to take a look at who rather is the hero of the match.
There you go. It is Ashwin, despite losing his first game, coming up trumps and getting that winning goal in the co-op match, which was, of course, the decider for him. Oh no, I'm sorry. He won his first game as well. Wow, it seems like such a long time ago with all the stuff that's gone on and all the technical glitches. But we did see him scoring, doing the anti-Ashwin things, you would have to say, a lot of times, taking a few shots that were not usually to his taste and liking. But this was the moment, that clutch moment. The offside trap did not work for Adizima, and in stoppage time, grabbing that winner, which of course was so crucial to the 3 points. And let's quickly look at the impact now this has on the leaderboard. As we mentioned, it should take Mumbai City FC now up to 18 points, and Hyderabad FC still languishing there on 6. They could have closed the gap, but yeah, there you go. Mumbai City FC propelled into the top 4, albeit maybe temporarily, because SC East Bengal are due to play today. They will be playing up against Kerala Blasters, I believe. So either way, they could be losing that 4th place today unless it's a draw.
Oh yes, and again, this is something that the players of Mumbai City FC and their fans would welcome happily. With how things have been going about. But again, we finally have Ashwin with us, who's waiting in the studio. We've been longing for an interview with him, and here he is, absolutely delighted with the win. Yet another hero of the match performance from your side, Ashwin. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I'm feeling happy. So this was the first set of 10 games that's actually getting over for us today. So it's like crucial. It was a crucial game because Hyderabad has been a very good team with Zima and DK playing good football over these past games. And yes, it was a crucial win for us. So we'll take it. Yeah.
So yet another stoppage time winner for you. You keep pulling those out. I wanted to ask you particularly about Tikka's game. That last goal that he conceded. The keeper didn't look like he made a save. Was it because he moved him to the far post? What happened over there?
See, but from that angle, like how like 9 out of 10 players will take a shot across goal. So maybe Darvish saw it like he was moving the keeper. Tika was moving the keeper. Yes, maybe he saw him and he hit it first post. So that's why the animation didn't come out. But yes,
Uh,
like Darvish with the clutch in the second game.
Oh yes, of course. I mean, Darvish played some really good FIFA out there. But again, with this win, you have been propelled up to the fourth spot, right, in the overall rankings, and quite a bounce that you've been making lately. So, talk us a little bit about your future plans inside the ESL. Where are you heading towards?
See, it's been a pattern for us. Basically, this first 10 games, we lost the first two, we won the next three. We lost the next two, we won the next three. So it's been a pattern, and I don't want this pattern to continue. So because we have two consecutive games coming up, so we just want to keep up this momentum, and maybe like we take it game by game. Don't want to rush into things. Tika is playing his natural game. He's playing very good. And the co-op as usual, we are trying to find out different strategies so that we can come up better in each and every game. So it's pretty much we work on our individual performances that should be shown in the future games. So we take it game by game, nothing apart from that.
Well, what have you guys been working on? Clearly working well for you all today. So congrats on the win. We'll let you go now. Thanks so much, and we'll chat with you soon.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.
You too, buddy. Well, there it is. They've been working on a few things. Of course, they would want that pattern to end, and so do we. But that being
Yeah.
said, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally done with this fixture. Before we head off, a huge shout out to our sponsor, starting off with, of course, Coca-Cola and our associate sponsor, Hero. We've got to also give huge ups to our esports partners, Nordwind Gaming, and our platform partners, PlayStation, for making this happen. Now, well, Azim and I, we're going to be calling it a night. We're going to be holding over as we head in for a short little break because another matchup is right on the other side. So we'll watch you over there.